Hello everyone. Welcome back. Raptor here. And we're on our final stretch. Heading to Soul of Cinder. What? Flame? Yeah. I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know why it isn't with the rest of the Firelink Shrine stuff. They had to create a whole new thing. I guess because it's technically not Firelink Shrine, it's the Kiln. Alright, let's give ourselves a torch here. Damn it. Alright. I wanted something that I could use for light. Yoink. There we go. Wanted to do some exploration here. I really doubt there's anything here. Maybe some more Black Knights. Ooh, or maybe those dudes from Ringed City, although they were probably not added until Ringed City. That's what I would say. Like, more Black Knights maybe, although you kind of already killed them. Or, oh, that looks cool. Okay, that's... They really just wanna... Yeah, they're just trying to shoehorn me in. So, let's do it. Well, looks like the kiln. Oh, that wasn't a bonfire. I don't even know what the prompt was. Maybe it was a mimic bonfire that teleports you. Travel to the Dreg Heap. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this does look like Ringed City area, which I guess is kind of the point. Oh, look at us. We don't have any... We look great. Yoink. Yoink. Oh, whoops. Oh, Soul of Cinder. I know you're here. That sun looks really cool. The eclipse. Look at him sitting right there. Alright, bruh. First attempt. Do it. Oh, give a third attack. Perfect. Oh, what is this? Easy mode? I don't know if you can. Ow. Ow. Oh, what are you doing? Magic! No! Oh, fuck you. Oh no. It's a dex build! Ah, no! Yeah, I've seen this fight before, so I do know the... Alright, There you go. Oh, the spear one is not fun either. Ow. Ow. Oh, God. No! I want to one-shot you! No! Dead. Oh. Okay, I actually thought it was one health bar. Oh, that's a wombo. Lovely. What the fuck? God. Fuck. Fucking hell. Ah, fuck you. Easy peasy, boss. I feel bad that I saved this for last. I've seen the boss before, but that was like 2 years ago. Or whatever the hell. It was at least a year ago, but I'm pretty sure it was 2. Summon Firekeeper. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we want to do. Time for my grand betrayal. What's she doing? You going to snuff it out? That's what I assumed she was gonna do.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle.
Just standing there with the fucking Moonlight Greatsword.
But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's Pass.
That it?
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I apologize for the anticlimactic ending. That fight was much easier than the DLC fights. Vastly easier. The hardest, I think, being Gale and Frida. I wasn't expecting to be able to just essentially YOLO swag the boss as well as I did. The final boss, I was honestly expecting another hour slog through quite a fight, but I think I just did enough damage and had enough healing that it just didn't even matter. Poor guy didn't stand a chance. And thus ends our Dark Souls 3 journey. Other than the various nooks and crannies, I'm pretty sure, based on what people I've talked to, is that I hit all the high notes in this one. So, that's pretty good. There is one thing I did want to say about the mid-ear fight. I know at some point I said that I'd rather have fought in Frida than mid-ear. That was before I sort of realized mid-ear's moveset. And I think I like mid-ear more than Frida. I think I'd rather do mid-ear more than Frida. Just because of how relatively simple his moveset is, and it's not very fast-paced or anything, which I really like. It's very... And he doesn't have many combos. He has particular moves. He does a move, and then he stops, and then he does a move, and then he stops. And each move has a way to counteract it. And I like that a lot. Although I dislike the health of Gale and mid-ear, I think they're both still amazing bosses. Overall impression of Dark Souls 3? I think comparing it to all my other 3 first playthroughs, I think it was the most enjoyable from beginning to end. My first playthrough of Dark Souls 1 had a lot of places where I stopped playing for months at a time because it was just getting to me, right? Dark Souls 2, I think early game, as well as some of the later bosses of that, I severely disliked. I won't say severely disliked, but some of the areas and in early game, especially when your rolls are just god-awful, and losing health and all that, like that game was, I think Dark Souls 2, in a lot of cases, made itself difficult for the sake of difficulty. I think this game, I think Dark Souls 1 is the perfect balance between difficulty and what's the other word? I don't know the other word I'm thinking of. It completely slipped my brain. I think it's a good balance, though. I think DS2 did a lot of things that was like, here's difficulty because difficulty. And then it's also just sort of an unpolished game in many respects. There's a lot of just silly dialogue and animations, and like if you You know what I'm talking about? The Falconer, like, waddle. That's a classic. I think Dark Souls 3 finally hit a... It's a lot faster than Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. And I do think that's harder, but at the same time, it never felt unfair. Or, I won't say never. It, for the most part, didn't feel unfair. I do really like all the weapon arts and stuff. I think that was a really cool addition. Kind of sucks they got rid of power stancing. But I guess you kind of get that back with some of the dual wield weapons. And I really, really like, as after doing sorcery three games in a row as my, or, you know, for my first playthroughs, I really like the mana or the FP over the casts. I think that was really cool. Overall, good game. I think as a full game, in terms of content and boss quality and just accounting for everything, I think Dark Souls 3 is my favorite out of the three. I think Dark Souls 1... I generally kind of don't care too much about graphics and stuff, or polish, and kind of stuff like that. Dark Souls 1 is... the first half, pre-Lord Vessel, I think is my favorite. Begin Journey 2 in current state. Journey 2 can be initiated from the Shrine Bonfire, if you don't wish to. Oh. I think Dark Souls 2, or Dark Souls 1, pre-Lord Vessel is the best Souls content I've done so far. There's just a certain, and I think a large part of that, I definitely see, if you didn't play Dark Souls 1 first, why pre-Lord Vessel Dark Souls 1 wouldn't be all that special. But it being the first experience, and just how well crafted the world was from like a layout perspective, I think will be my favorite Souls content. But I think post Lord Vessel, like after you beat ONS, I think the quality of Dark Souls 1 drops dramatically. Well, I won't say dramatically, I may be overstating that. I think the quality of Dark Souls 1 drops a lot, to the point that I think Dark Souls 3 being, from start to finish, a full experience sort of thing. I know Dark Souls 1 had some... they still didn't really know what they were doing. They only did Demon Souls. They were probably rushed a little bit near the second half there. They couldn't really do everything they wanted to. I understand that for sure. But yeah, I think the quality there definitely drops. Let's see what we got here. Since Lord Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, many exalted lords have linked the first flame, and it is the very souls that have manifested themselves as defender of the flame. So yeah, I think most of the areas post Lord Vessel that you unlock from the Lord Vessel, I'm not a fan of, and I don't think are very well done. Lost Izalith, I don't think is very good. It also unlocks Demon Fire Sage, which is another copy paste boss. There are certain areas of Lost Izalith that I like, but what do we got here? Hurl Sunlight Spear. Miracle of Gwyn, the First Lord, hurls the Sunlight Spear. The tales of Gwyn's Archdragon hunts describe the inception of the Age of Fire. And we also have a The Lords of Cinder linked the first flame, and this great sword was wielded by their deific manifestation. This coiled sword, found thrust in the bonfire, existed long before the throneless swords themselves. Flating flame momentarily illuminates and launches itself forward. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to use either of these. So let's pop some souls. What are the other areas that you unlock? Oh, I should use selected. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like post-Lord Vessel DS1. I don't think Nito's a very fun boss. He's interesting, but he feels just very abusable. I think Four Kings is probably the best. Seath is kind of eh. Who else? Bed of Chaos, don't get me started. And I will say the exclusion to the whole post-Lord Vessel thing would be the DLC. I think the DLC is fantastic. But then again, all the DLCs of all of the Souls games, Dark Souls games, I've never played Demon Souls, and I don't know if it even has DLC, have all been great. I'd say maybe with the exception of Ashes of Ariandel, that one was relatively disappointing. The areas were pretty fun, I think. I think the areas were pretty fun, and the lead up of the wolf to the boss, I think, is super cool. I'm not a huge fan of Frida though, and I kind of share the sentiment with others that I think Frida should have been, the Frida fight should have been 2 fights instead of 1, or 3 fights instead of 1, or something like that. I think that would have not only made the DLC better because it's like, oh, you know, there's 3 boss fights, but it would have also brought down the sort of sourness of a 3-phase fight.
Ashen one, thou wishes them. I am of thous. Very then hey.
Let's see. Can you get 5 levels? Dang.
Mayst thou thy...
Are there any other weapons that I want to upgrade? Is there any weapons that I think I'd want to try? I may head toward, what's it called? I may head toward NG Plus with this character, potentially. But I don't know. Right. Great Sword of Judgment. I don't know. None of these weapons really thrill me, honestly. Mostly because they require some more stats in areas that I don't necessarily want to go. Oh, here. What if we go with skill? Skill here. Oh, there we go. Weapon skill. Oh, all these. Okay, the symbol. Stone Palmer. Pontiff Knight Shield. Ethereal Oak. Bad. Alright, let's see if we can hit her. Damn it. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh my god. Yeah. Ah! I don't ask for much in this world. There we go. You fucked, bitch. Okay. What was I saying? I was talking about Dark Souls 1. Yeah, I think I like Dark Souls 3, especially Ringed City was fantastic. Ringed City was really good, the areas and all that, even though I was getting pretty salty there. A little salty at the end there. But that's okay. We press on. Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else I want to upgrade. I guess we'll finish buying armors and stuff. Buy her big hat and all this stuff. Why not? Gun deer, whatever. Exile, why not? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. DS2 is really good. Early game in that game is rough. I think that's everything. Do I have the chain set yet? I don't think so. That's the other thing. I want to sell duplicates. There we go. Jesus. Oh, that wasn't everything. That was only weapons. I definitely have multiple shields of something. Yeah, this guy. Look at all these. This is great. Okay. But yeah, Dark Souls, I love Dark Souls 3. This is a super fun game. So as I've been mentioning the last few episodes, we are hitting up Bloodburn next. Bloodburn. By the time this video gets posted, based on the speed at which I am posting videos compared to recording them, by the time this video gets posted, I'll probably be done with Bloodborne. It's not hard and fast, obviously. I'm gonna actually try to catch up with posting these bad boys, but it does get a bit difficult. Just have to find a time when I'm not using my computer, usually, or for anything crazy, I guess. We don't care about shitty rings.
Ashen 1.
And when I just realized, I'm sure a lot of my equipment is in my... Well, maybe. Let's see. Organize storage box. Yeah, see, I do have quite a bit of things in the box. Switch to box. There are potentially things I would want to get all these bad boys out of there. Alright. The last thing, I guess, would be... well, actually, let's go through weapons. Is there any other weapons that I may want to use? Let's see. Let's find intelligence scaling weapons. If there's any base. Ringed City Straightforward Sword, it's E though. Onyx Blade. I need 15 faith though. What is this? Great Sword of Judgment, we knew that. Moonlight Great Sword, we knew that. Ringed City, okay, that's E. Tempting, but good. Simple Blacksmith Hammer, yeah. Green Knight Spear. Immolation Tinder requires more faith. And Follower Torch, okay, not much, unfortunately. Let's see, what can I actually use with what I have right now? Could go an axe. I could attempt to use a Chaos Blade. Just go with Scimitar, Follower Saber. Heard good things about that one. I don't know why. Oh. That's nice. That's real nice. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think there's anything else I'd want to upgrade. I guess my good old-fashioned bandit's knife. That got me out of some tough spots. Yep. Cool. Wow. Yeah, I've just been kind of fucking around. I don't know if I'm gonna go to New Game Plus yet. I do want to do a New Game Plus playthrough, but I kind of also want to do another playthrough as a different build. Maybe I'll try Faith or something? I don't know. Or Pyromancy? Or just Strength? Or Dex? I don't know. Faith and Dex? Go like Faith Archer? I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for joining me on the Dark Souls journey, you guys. I greatly appreciate it. If you've come this far. Look out for some Bloodburn next. For some Bloodburn. I guess one thing before... Do keep in mind that Bloodborne will be, streamed. Because that's the only way I really have to capture it. So, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I may try to have like the chat on the side or something, chat on the side of the screen or something like that, so that if people actually do decide to come in and say something, I'm not just responding to nothingness, and you know, you guys are just like, oh my god, what is he? He's just responding to things and I don't know what they're actually saying. I'll need to figure that out. Plenty of time to do that. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed Dark Souls 3 as much as I did. Some rough spots here and there, but fantastic game. I'll see you guys on the next game. Y'all have a great one.